There was once a world. It was marvelous, full of new friends and adventures. Things were calm. Or so they thought. Every living creature fell suddenly one afternoon, but somehow the players came back to life. All else was lost, but the future remained. Noctis knew that she had to keep the people safe. She worked and worked and worked. Great builds were raised, an elder tree, a skyline cafe, and portals to other realms. But it was not enough. The careful walk along the knife's edge was cut short. Noctis worked alongside Rose to propel those we knew into a new land with hope for change. As they walked the community through Eden Ring, Noctis felt a shift. The shift came in the form of voices, warnings, welcomes, and wonder. As they came to the second world, the sense of new surrounded them. New people, technology, and potential bewildered the community. They learned to adapt. As usual, Cloud, Noctis, and Psychotic had the reins on leadership. They led valiantly. We formed beautiful regions. They welcomed all who sought to enter. Peace. It was inevitable that technology would be our downfall. Rockets, engineering, power, magic, and the true catalyst, concrete. Oh, and nuclear weapons. Such power is not meant to be wielded. The voices that Noctis had heard before had returned. A warning. They warned that when they first left their world, doors had been opened. Doors that held power. Gods, some evil, some chaotic, and some good. Not all of the gods would be one or the other, but some would be extreme in their path. Noctis told no one other than Cloud. She was not sure if it was a concern. She began her research. Worlds, gods, portals, fauna, dreams, death, life, and love. The love that the community had for each other was the most powerful force. Which is why when the nukes came, the community stood strong. The world did not, though. The rifts opened and they pulled in people as they pleased. They were lost. Noctis could only assume the gods had a plan. She intended on staying in front of it. One day, her research took her to a rift, and she jumped in. The people needed her. Wolf took the meat of his radiated animals and opened a restaurant. Cloud completely disappeared. Pyre kidnapped animals. The power that Neptune was working on took over his mind 24/7 with cuddles. When Noctis arrived into this new world, she knew she had to build a town. She knew this because the voices told her to expect company. Noctis was so overjoyed that friends would arrive that she was inspired to research. She learned of Villager. She worked with him to understand the realm. Villager warned Noctis that the realm was full of gods of evil, and she listened. They built the buildings regardless of danger. Town hall and art museum, post office, it must have been months. Psychotic was pulled through, but he was not the same. Lord Mu. The doors of the gods had in fact been opened. Lord Mu/Psy seemed to be chaotic, but he wasn't evil. He helped Noctis set up the town and prepare the world for the community. With Cloud missing, we worked. People began to come through the rifts. We had no way of telling if any of our people or the new people were plagued. From the new beginnings, several individuals acted strangely. Rose was not the same. She was one of 3 in one vessel. Lord Mu was cast out. Valentino and Noctis both took to isolation far from the town. They didn't speak to each other despite being neighbors. Dr. Beer set up a shelter. Umu set up a black market. Shelley took the role of town wizard and eventually necromancy. Elbot was elected judge. Diamond ran an interior design shop. Majora's had an axolotl aquarium. Trolleys claimed to be a god, but everyone knew he wasn't one of the plagued. The Bard and Falsities built a wondrous neighborhood. Moon ran a bee farm. Halloween Mooncrab became one with the law, although he may have been drunk. Pyre took part in edibles and was still on to kidnap animals. A zoo may be coming. Nova the Witch took time to arrive, but she built a great home and helped the others. Ratbeard built a ship. It lacked sails. Yar. Lightkeeper built lighthouses to guide people home. Scooter was declared the son of Pappy and Mallory. Mishi took care of the panda spirits. Clank built a shack to showcase talent. Puns became the town clown. Dev became married to Puns. It was truly beautiful. Rickley conquered many bosses. Clutch built a wonderful garden and met many pals. Storm had many sleepless nights and achieved truly great things. Eli the bunny boy was tortured and imprisoned by Wolf and Noctis. They were charged. Shaq got ran over by a rhino in his own home. Bum got very scared by Pyre. Maxwell touched the hearts of many, a kind soul that gave us all peace. The Okayas built a stunning home with the questionable chair. It was glorious. Jax lived in a cabin. After his old home was nuked, he took up solitary life. Happy. Kenzie built a fishing home. After her time as a witch, she wanted to rest and relax. Rocket kept on his chaotic adventures with Wolf despite the voices. Blurred Fox built a stunning home. The waterfall will soon be a wonder for all. Breadman or Greg, or maybe both, continued the bread legacy. Chaos and joy. Hoser built a beautiful home that resembled a mushroom. It was cozy and adorable. Noodles joined and was immediately a beacon of happiness. She brought great energy. Ashirayuki and Floobs progressed at fast rates preparing for the Ender Dragon. They were dedicated and true adventurers. Waldron's sushi shop was missed. Pappy and Wolf were two souls, both had been through a lot. They were weak. Noctis, Cloud, and Psychotic had carried the community through so much, their souls tired. Wolf was third of the plagued. The voices led him to follow a god of tentacles. Soon that god revealed himself to be a follower of the Great Eye. Pappy was next. With Pappy now being vesseled by the Great Eye, he was gone to the world. Wolf followed the quests. Rocket at his side. The Great Eye grew stronger. Noctis tried to warn the community, but the voices were often too strong, so she meditated. She did this to prevent the voices taking control, but sometimes lightning struck twice. She would zone out for hours at a time, leaving her puzzled upon her return. The others began to suspect her of evil intentions, when all along they were the purest of all. Protect her friends at all costs, even her own. As the Great Eye took over, the town fell apart. Fights broke out, once again lost. The Eye had come through a door opened by Rose when we first moved realms. Just like all of the other gods and evils, the Eye had intentions. His were, in fact, evil. Once Wolf had been cleansed of the Eye, he knew where he had to take his friends. They needed to vanquish the Great Eye as a team, a community, a family, as love and hope and all things good, as laughter and memories. Through fighting evil followers, they thought all was lost. This was to test their will. Despite their friends falling, the will of the pirates remained. They fought the Great Eye, and he was felled. The memories that led to this moment would last eons, for 'twas not about the fight itself. With the Eye felled, peace seemingly returned to the people. But would they know peace? With the Eye destroyed, the smaller gods that had been shackled escaped. They were weaker and could only manifest as voices in the minds of the individuals. These voice gods offer many things, but it doesn't seem that they plan to deliver the promises. It appears they have come in three, taking on the voices of the most tired. There are thoughts that they are Kozlik, Olamog, and Emrakul. A tale meant to bond people together now seeks to rip them apart. How strong is their will? The answers that are now sought after may be buried in time, not yet ready to be found. Will these voices continue to torment the realm, or have they gone for now to return at a later date? When 3 becomes 4, will they open the door? Each friend of the community represents a world possibly not born until they arrive, and it is only by this meeting that a new world is born. The end may not be the end, but the end always lingers near. With those you have met and the memories you have made, you have become stronger. You have become god-slayers, adventurers, and most importantly, community. For now you may rest, weary traveler. The future will come when you are ready. And remember, birds of a feather flock together.